Hello everyone, my name is Anshul. I'm a corporate trainee at Madrid Software Training Solutions, and today we're going to discuss about machine learning, which is a very hot topic in 21st century. So, what is the agenda for today? So, we'll be discussing about what is learning and what is machine learning. Then we'll focus on the areas of machine learning, and then the major question that why one should learn machine learning, and then the typical applications in the machine learning field, and then we'll move forward one more hot topic, that is what is artificial intelligence. And then we will discuss the actual power of AI, which the world has been using from like 50 years. So, and then the latest news on ML. So, what is exactly learning? A computer program is said to learn from experiences with respect to some class of tasks. So basically, here what we are saying is that just like humans, that we perform tasks and then we learn from those tasks. In the same way, computer learn by performing tasks. Basically, if we talk about human generation, so the humans learn from their past experiences, but the machine do not possess any past experiences. So from where we do get the past experiences? We get the past experiences, the machine gets the past experiences with the help of data. So why learning is useful? Basically, whenever we want to explore an object or basically exploring an unknown environment, then learning is useful. If you want to construct a system, then you need to have a knowledge about the particular system or the particular construction methods. And also, learning modifies the decision making process. And then here comes what is machine learning. So basically, what is machine learning? As I mentioned, that computer programs learns somewhat in the same way as the human learns, but the computers do not possess any past experiences. But the humans, that means us, we can provide the machines with past experiences, and in order to do that, we need to provide data to the machines, and that data will act as past experiences to the machines, and then machine will learn on that particular data and extract the structure of the data so that it can solve the problem which is in our hand. We can call this approach an inductive machine learning, and machine learning is all about inductively solving problems by machines, that is computers. So, what are the areas of machine learning? So, when we talk about the areas of machine learning, there are supervised learning, there is unsupervised learning, then semi-supervised learning, and then reinforcement learning. So, what is supervised learning? Supervised learning is basically corresponds to the data, which the data includes both the inputs and the target variables, basically input and the output values. For example, if you want to predict the mileage of a car, in order to do that, you know that you have to predict the mileage of a car. So basically, that is your target variable, and you know you do have a knowledge about your target variable, and you also have some input features like number of cylinders, the acceleration, the displacement, the weight of the car, the origin of the car. And one more example is that if you want to classify the emails as spam and not spam, so basically here also you do have the knowledge about what you want to predict, whether you want to predict an email as an a spam or not spam on the basis of the context, the text, the heading, the subject. This would be the input of your data, and the output will be either it's a spam or not spam. Then we come to unsupervised learning. Unlike supervised learning, where we have the label data, which is the output, where we have the knowledge about the target variable, in supervised learning, we do not possess any knowledge about the target. Only we have the inputs of the data and no output is given. So in supervised learning, what we do is basically we take the input and then we perform some cluster analysis. When I say cluster analysis, in simple layman language, it means we group the data according to some similar characteristics such that the elements within the group are homogeneous and the groups among them are heterogeneous. And on the basis of those clustering, we can perform various tasks. We can increase the computational, or basically we can increase the strategy of a company. And then there comes semi-supervised learning. Supervised learning is somewhat a part of semi-supervised learning. Because in semi-supervised learning, not all labels, that is, not all target values are specified. Some target values are specified, that is, some outputs are available and some are not. And then the reinforcement learning. So in reinforcement learning, an agent interacting with the world, suppose basically a machine is interacting with the world and trying to learn the environment of the machine and the observations and takes action. So basically, as a as an engineer or as a controller of the machine, you give certain tasks to the machine. The machine performs certain tasks. If the tasks are performed well, then you reward the machine with something or somewhat, and then the machine learns that the machine is performing well, and if it is not performing well, then the punishment is given. So basically, the ultimate goal of reinforcement learning, that it should learn to choose actions, it is learned to perform actions in such a way that is to obtain as maximum rewards as it can. So then the question actually, why should we learn machine learning and why one should learn machine learning? So it is technological ready. So basically when you know machine learning, you're technological ready. You must have heard that as the time increases, as the time move forward, we need to adapt ourselves according to the environment, according to the requirement of the technology, according to the requirement of the industries. So ML is the requirement of the industry these days, because algorithms and theory, you need to know. If you know about tech, if you are working in an IT company, you must be aware that algorithms and theory are important, then information abundant. So what do you mean by that? No matter what you're doing, no matter if you're using a phone, if you're watching something, if you're talking to a person on a call, no matter what you're doing, you are generating data. You are generating data every second, and that's how we have the so much data. And in order to have so much data, we need models, we need efficient models in order to extract information from the data. And then with the help of machine learning, we have computational power, sophisticated techniques, so that we can extract as many as information from the very big data, and also the industry and the consumer needs. So what are the typical applications in machine learning? With the help of machine learning, we can control robots and we can control dialogue system. Um, by saying robots, machine learning models can train robots with the help of reinforcement learning. That is a type of machine learning. And if the robots are performing well, we reward them, and that is how they learn that they are doing well. Also, then we have a complicated software like driving a car or playing a game. That is basically artificial intelligence. We all know about Tesla making the autonomous cars, that basically driverless cars. In Delhi, a few days back, the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, that is DMRC, introduced the driverless train, which drives by itself. So basically, these are the works of artificial intelligence we'll be discussing further. And some more applications, basically machine learning is also used in data mining. Data mining is the process of extracting useful information from the data. It can be a raw data, it can be a structured data, it can be an unstructured data. So your work is to extract information from the raw data, so that the information will be useful to your company or to your client, so that they can improve their strategies as per the requirements. And then information retrieval. So basically, as the suggestion data mining, that you need to extract information, and information is all about making decisions. So in order to, if you have good information retrieval methods, you will be making a strategies more efficient and more productive, and hence helping the development of the company. In web search also, there are algorithms used, and which are in machine learning. Let it be Google, let it be Netflix, let it be Amazon Prime. They all are using machine learning at the back end. Also, suppose you are searching for some keywords, suppose you're searching some information related to data science, then Google will recommend you news related to data science. And somehow, if you subscribe to some blogs, then they will mail you according to your recommendation. So basically, according to your preferences. These preferences and the recommendations are based on the recommendation system. Recommendation systems are an important part of machine learning. So when we talk about recommendation system, so what our recommendation systems are like? If you talk about Netflix, if you talk about Spotify, Amazon Prime, YouTube, they all use a recommendation system. So recommendation system basically recommends you new videos, new songs, and new series, new TV shows, new movies based on the feedback you have already given. And what I actually meant by feedback can simply mean that either you have a thumbs up a new movie or a song, you have liked a new song, you have liked a new movie, you have watched a movie, or you have just watched a movie halfway through. That is also noted as a feedback. So on the basis of those feedback, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Spotify gives you recommendation so that they can improve your personalization experiences. So now we talk about what is artificial intelligence. So before we talk about artificial intelligence, let me tell you machine learning is all about performing computational task. So basically, like humans, we all know that our brain is so advanced that no machine can surpass it actually. There are certain fields that there are certain fields that where the machines have surpassed the human tendencies, but still the machines are way behind with the as comparison to the human mind. And what is artificial intelligence? Just like machine learning, where we basically performs a computational task so that we can actually behave like a human brain. Artificial intelligence is basically mimicking the human, basically mimicking the whole human, behaving like a human, forcing a machine to behave like a human. So, as you read, and I quote, human like how to simulate humans' intellect and behavior on by a machine. So, basically, what is machine learning is basically how to simulate machines to behave like humans so that they can solve mathematical problems, they can solve common sense problems, reasoning problems. If there is a parking space, probably illegal to park. So that is what is all about machine learning is forcing machines or making machines to mimic in such a way that they behave and they think logically just like humans. Also, artificial intelligence field is working in such a way that they can make machines to give expert knowledge such as lawyers, medicine and diagnosis, and and social behavior, and also rational like machine artificial intelligence models like achieving goals and have a performance measure. So again, what is the thought process? Here are some quotes that I'm going to read out. The exciting new efforts to make computers think, machines with minds in the full and literal sense. So if you want to explain, if you want to tell what is machine learning, then this quote is the way to go. Then what is behavior? Like what is artificial intelligence? Then what is behavior in artificial intelligence? The study of how to make computers to do things at which at the moment people are better. So basically artificial intelligence is basically trying to mimic the human behavior so that they can be better as the humans are at that particular moment. So now, the main and the most fascinating facts about the artificial intelligence. If you and this will tell you the exactly and the so enormous and humongous power of artificial intelligence. So, Deep Blue defeated the reigning world chess champion Gary Kasparov in 1997. That Deep Blue is an artificial intelligence model, and it defeated a human in World Chess Championship, Gary Kasparov, in 1997. Proved with the help of artificial intelligence, we proved a mathematical conjecture, Robin conjecture, unsolved for decades. A conjecture which was unsolved for decades, it was solved by the power of AI. No hands across America, that is driving autonomously 98% of the time from Pittsburgh to San Diego. So basically, the field of driverless cars and the driverless trains. And then During the 1991 Gulf War, US forces deployed an AI logistics planning and scheduling program that involved up to 50,000 vehicles, cargo, and people. So, as you can see, machine learning is everywhere. Let it be in army, let it be in transportation, let it be in sports. And here comes the space industry. NASA's onboard autonomous planning program controlled the scheduling of operations for a spacecraft. And solving crossword puzzles, artificial intelligence is also there. Proverb solves crossword puzzles better than most humans. If you Google Proverb, you will get to know that it is an artificial intelligence model that solves crossword puzzles better than most of the humans. Again, better than the most of the humans, not all humans. Maybe there's a prodigy who does exist who can beat Proverb, but we never know. So, what are the latest news in field of ML? So, as you can see, Google unveils a machine learning model for Indian languages, which is Mural, which is Mural. So, what is exactly Mural? So, bidirectional encoder representation from transformer, which stands for BERT, so use 3.3 billion words from English books and Wikipedia articles. Also, during training, BERT, which is again bidirectional encoder representations from transformers, read this dataset not once but 40 times. And to compare an average child, to compare this with an average child, learning to walk might hear 45 million words by age of 5, 3,000 fewer than bird, 3,000 times fewer than bird. And as you heard me clearly, it is 3,000 times fewer than bird. So as I mentioned, human mind has no foundation. So Google unveils a machine learning model for multi-model for Indian languages, but it is still inefficient as compared to human mind. A new machine learning model can help better predict turbulence in the air. We all know that when we travel via flight, we all must have experiences turbulences. So in order to avoid those turbulences, there is a new machine learning model now. Artificial intelligence and machine learning helping insurance companies with cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is basically it's all about providing security, and it's all about securing your data. As data is everywhere, so you need security. And artificial intelligence and machine learning are helping insurance companies and many other companies with the cybersecurity part. Also, Amazon India using machine learning to solve local problems by studying their localities, by studying the areas, by understanding the needs of their consumers. They are improving their personalization so that they can give a better experiences to their users. So this is it for today. I hope you have understood the power of machine learning and why do you actually need to learn machine learning. You can always contact at info@madridsoftwaretrainings.com. We do provide courses on business analytics, data science, data analytics, data science and machine learning, and Python with Tableau. You are most welcome to contact us and we will be happy to upskill your level. Thank you so much.